Hey guys, how is it all going? Oh, oh. Thank you so much for what is my Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers movie review. And listen, I don't want to spend very much time talking about this movie, so I'm pretty much just going to dive into it. Normally, I start off with a plot. There's basically no plot in this movie. This movie exists just to carry on with what happened in Halloween 4 and to settle plot points that are going to happen in Halloween 6. That's it. I don't have many positives. The only really positives I have are Donald Pleasance and Danielle Harris are superb as always. Michael Myers looks better-ish in this movie. The mask is better. It's not great, but it's better than what we got in Halloween 4. That's where that ends. Now, straight into my negatives, because I just have to dive into this with Halloween 5. So, Halloween 5 starts off the way Halloween 4 ends. Michael Myers gets shot to shit, and he ends up falling into a pit, and they assume that he's dead, and they've done their job, and that's it. But what ends up happening with Michael Myers is he ends up, like, crawling into a river, going down a river, and ends up at someone's like shack hut house in the middle of the woods by a river. This old guy, like a bit of a hermit, I think, or something. I don't know. He ends up at his place, goes to attack him, but then ends up collapsing onto the floor and passing out. And then the movie fast forwards 1 year later to Halloween 1989, right? And we are supposed to believe that this guy that lives by the river has been looking after Michael Myers for a whole year. What? Like, hang on a sec. So, there's so many problems and issues with just this alone, right? So we're supposed to believe that this guy took care of Michael for a whole year, just left him there lying in a bed for a whole year. Like, didn't take him to the hospital. He's clearly got bullet wounds. He's been shot to shite at the end of Halloween 4. So he must have tended to his wounds, must have fed him, watered him over the year. I mean, Michael Myers still has to piss and shit. So did he take him to the bathroom? Did he bath him? Did he clean him up? Did he not think to himself, who the hell is this guy? Why has he been shot? Maybe get a newspaper? Maybe look at the news somewhere. Clearly, that's Michael Myers. You don't really want him around you, you know. And he just magically wakes up a year later. It just starts off badly, and so we're supposed to believe as well that Jamie Lloyd has some kind of psychic connection to Michael Myers now. I don't know how that started or how that come about. She does go up to Michael Myers' body at the end of the fourth one and touches him. I'm going to assume that's where it kind of starts. But then with all of that in this movie, it doesn't really explore it. It doesn't really try to explain it. It just is. And then that doesn't really go anywhere. The character of Dr. Loomis in this movie is awful, and that has nothing to do with Donald Pleasance's performance, by the way. Nothing. He's awesome. But I just don't like the character of Dr. Loomis in this movie whatsoever. He is just so creepy around Jamie Lloyd. It's really off-putting. And like I say, it's got nothing to do with the actor's performance. He is just being told what to do. But it's just... yeah, I just do not like the character of Dr. Loomis in this movie. At all. Also, talking about characters in this movie, there's some of the most annoying characters in horror movie history ever. And I'm really not talking about Tina, by the way. Now, I know Tina seems to get a lot of slack from Halloween fans. I didn't find it that annoying. It is surprising, though, how we spend so much screen time with this character. She is pretty much like the second lead of this movie. Like, I don't know why we spend so much with her, but she wasn't as annoying. I will tell you what was annoying. There's two things that annoyed me in this movie. One was the guy that dresses up like Michael Myers on Halloween. There's a scene with him when the police turn up, and oh my God, he's just unbearable. Now, I don't know whether that's because of the actor's performance or just he was told to be that way. As for the guy, I don't know, but it irritated the piss out of me. It really did. And also, and I am sorry to say this, and it is the character of Jamie Lloyd. Like I said, nothing to do with Danielle Harrison, the actress, but they had her screaming and crying a lot in this movie. And there's a certain part where she's just going, Tina, 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 and it drove me insane. It was like, please, for the love of God, shut the fuck up. There's only so much Tina I could take. In this movie, I could take. Oh my God, it's bad. Also, they have a couple of policemen in this, a couple of coppers, and they play like clown sound effect music noise over them, like they're supposed to be like the comic relief, but not once are they funny in the slightest. And the sound effects from them when they're coming out of Rachel's house from the fourth movie, Rachel, the character from the fourth movie, it just comes out of nowhere. It's like, bring, why? Whose idea was it to play that track over? It just, the choices and decisions in this movie are mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. There's a scene when they go back to the Myers house. That's the Myers house. I have no fucking idea what this place is. It's clearly not the Myers house. Clearly. You're supposed to be a continuation. You're supposed to be carrying on. Right? That is not the Myers house. That's not it. It wasn't the Myers house in 1. It wasn't the Myers house in Halloween 2. It's just awful. It's just so bad. It's just so bad. And they introduce this like side plot in this movie that they don't explain, and it's literally just thrown into the movie for part 6. And it's Michael has a symbol on his wrist now, which we get to know what it will be in the next movie. And also there's like a man in black, basically black hat, big long black coat, black boots with silver tips on, walking around Haddonfield. Who is he? Why is he there? Why does he break Michael Myers out of jail at the end? Why does he kill all the police? Why does Michael have a symbol on his wrist? You want answers to any of that tough shit. You ain't getting it in this movie. You're going to have to wait till part 6. And what a load of fucking shite that is as well. It's safe to say I am not a fan of Halloween 5 at all. Like, at all. It's definitely up there with one of the worst in the series. But I'm not going to say it's the worst Halloween yet. I may change my mind, but it's up there. I mean, this is definitely the point where this series took a massive nosedive. So guys, you're not going to be surprised to hear this. I'm done. I'm done talking about this movie. I've just got nothing else to say. I will never watch this movie again. Guys, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers is a 0 out of 5. Fuck this movie. Absolutely fuck this movie. So guys, are you a fan of Halloween 5? Actually, if you are, please leave a comment below. Do you agree with me? Whatever it is, guys, it's always so good to hear from you. And as always, please Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you again real soon. Take care, guys. Goodbye now.